What is
Oh,
going on? It is
hello.
GDC season. All right, that was my hype intro.
Was that
How
your
you doing, Kirk?
Michael Buffer?
Yeah, I was just doing all my work. I've been practicing. I want to get into announcing wrestling matches, so I've just been practicing.
Okay, cool,
So,
cool. It
yeah,
sounded really
yeah.
good. My
Thank you,
headphones
thank
blew
you.
out. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, y'all. So, hi, my name is Thomas Winkley. I'm a technical marketing advocate here at Unity on the education team. And we are so excited to be bringing this wonderful stream to y'all to talk about student benefits and some of the cool things. But first, I am joined by my friend, Kirk.
Hello, everybody. This is Kirk Musney. I'm the senior community manager for Unity Learn Education and Social Impact. What is up?
He's here, and we're here to talk to you about all the cool things that we got going on cooking for students, of course, and for educators. And we figured what better way to do it than a stream where we take a prototype and use a bunch of the benefits that students get to enhance
Mhm.
the prototype to make it just better in general,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes you're just like sketching in your book, your sketchbook of game development prototypes.
Mm-hmm.
Always be prototyping, right? And then you're like,
Mm-hmm.
wait a minute, I'm still using the capsule. I'm still using the cube.
Right.
It's still
Which,
just the default skybox.
and there's nothing wrong with that, right? At all. But we provide a bunch of free assets to make your prototypes look better. And also, it makes your prototypes more fun. And I think it also gives you the ability to get better feedback and really test the fun if it looks a little bit more exciting and it pops a little bit more, I
Yeah.
would say.
Do you like free stuff? We love free stuff.
We love free stuff.
You like
Let's actually talk about the free stuff. So, when you're a student using Unity, which is the game engine we're here talking about, you actually get access to a bunch of really cool free stuff. So, first of all, you get the editor because you need that to make your games. Then you get a 20% stackable asset store discount, which is pretty cool. You of course get access to Unity Cloud with the DevOps and version control. So you've got 3 seats and 5 gigs of storage to collaborate with your peers. We did use Unity version control on this project as well. We won't be spending a lot of time in there. I basically just used it to get the project from my work PC to my stream PC. But it's stuff you got to do. And then finally, you get a free Cinti Studios asset bundle, valued at about $80. But it's a whole bunch of assets from Cinti that allow you to, again, up level your prototypes, make them look better.
Yep, that's right. You never always have a technical artist behind you or a 3D
Right.
modeler or anybody. So it's always nice to just like grab stuff off the shelf and then put it right in your game.
Exactly.
And then make sure your game feels good, looks good, lets you celebrate the little mechanic that actually works. So
Exactly. And one thing we are going to be doing today, and you'll see a lot of, is when you're integrating these assets, you are going to have to do some work on them, right? You're going to have to make sure the rigs are there and set up an avatar and retarget animations to them and do a few things. So we're going to work through all of that today. And there's one more thing I want to talk about. The education team here at Unity, we're always working on getting students access to the most stuff we can, right? We want to make sure students have the resources you need to make incredible projects, to build up your portfolio, to get into industry. So these things we just talked about are what you get now, but coming very, very soon to the student plan for free is Odin. And I really want to stress how cool that is that Odin is partnering with us to make sure students get free access to Validator, Serializer. It's going to be such a huge game changer for you to make using Unity even better and more fun. So keep your eyes peeled. It'll come the same way that your other student benefits come when you sign up. So there is a link in the chat you can check out right now. It's a bit.ly. And if you click that link, it'll take you to get your student plan all set up and you can tackle it from there. So please hit that link, get your student plan, claim all your benefits. And you're probably thinking, well, how do I claim my benefits? Kirk and I made you a little video to show you how. So we're going to cut to that video and then we'll be back to start doing some prototyping.
Ooh.
Now that you have access to the Unity student plan, I want to cover some of the benefits you get and make sure you know how to redeem those benefits. The big part of signing up for the Unity student plan is getting access to the free Cinti asset bundle and that 20% off perpetual coupon code that you can use in the asset store. Remember, that code is usable as many times as you can throughout the year, and it applies to everything except for mega bundles. That means it stacks on top of sales. We're going to use this to get a few assets for a prototype we're building. But first, let's get our Cinti asset pack. To do that, you should have an email in your inbox that says, "Welcome to Unity's Unity Student Plan."
The most important lines on this email are line 3 and line 4 under how to get started. Line 3 has your coupon for the asset pack, and line 4 has your coupon code that lets you get a discount. Your coupon code doesn't change throughout the year, so you're going to want to bookmark this somewhere so you always have it. First of all, I'll grab my coupon code for my Cinti asset pack and visit the student asset pack linked. From here, we'll go to my Cinti bundle purchase. Now coming here, it's going to bring up the organization you set up. Remember, you need to use the same email address that you set your student plan up for in order to get this free bundle. Then, with the order set up, you'll see right now it's set to $85.79. I'm going to paste my coupon code in here, hit apply, it'll validate my code, give it to me for free, I'll accept the agreement, and hit pay now. It's as simple as that. I've now processed my free bundle and it should show up in my package manager. Now, let's use our 20% off code and get some assets for our prototype. I found some assets I want to add to this prototype, and in order to do that, I need to purchase them from the asset store. But remember, I'm a student, so I get a 20% discount off of assets, even if they're already on sale. So I found the two I want. I'm going to buy these 3D balls so that I have a nice dodgeball for our game. And then also I found these really nice spawn map VFX that I can use when the enemies spawn into the level. So you see this one's already half off because it's the first week it's been out, but we can actually use our coupon code on top of that. So to do that, I'll hit proceed to checkout. This will take me to the payment screen. Now in the order summary, you can see right here, I have my total and then I have a coupon code. So I'm going to grab that coupon code out of my Unity student email. And remember, you got to save that email because it's that one code. You don't get a new code. It's the same code every time. So I'll grab my 20% off discount and copy and paste it into here. Make sure there's no spaces after and hit apply. And just like that, 20% has been taken off of my purchase, dropped it down to 17 bucks. And that's a complete discount, which is super nice. And then I'll simply put in my credit card information and hit pay now. Now that that's finished, it's as simple as downloading the assets through my package manager inside of the Unity editor and beginning to use them for my prototype. Enjoy the discounts, and we'll see you soon.
All right. So there's our tutorial. There's our guide. Thanks for bearing with us while we played you a video. I figured it would probably be more fun to play you a video. Also, that way we wouldn't make our production.
You don't want to live stream forms? I
didn't want to live stream forms. I also didn't want to live stream me typing my username and password and credit card information into a field.
That's the best part.
Call me paranoid, but you know, I try to keep that stuff off the internet whenever possible. But yeah, so that's how you redeem your benefits, right? You'll get it in an email right away. It's super fast. It's tied to your school email address. You just put in your school email. That comes through. I did the renewal of my account because it had been a year, and I believe it took 45 seconds to get everything. So it's a pretty quick process. It's all automated. Our product teams are doing a ton of work there. All right, so that's it. That's how you get your free stuff. Should we dive into what we're going to create with all the free stuff?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Remember, get your free stuff. Let's dive in.
Get your free stuff. Click the link in chat. It's right there.
It's right there.
Do it. Okay. Let's pull up, the Unity editor, and we'll kind of go over what we are playing with or working with today. So this is my new indie hit, Rooftop Dodgeball.
It's going to be so big. It's going to be so big. Yeah.
This is the next esport. And I've built it out using a lot of prototyping principles, right? We've got a basic game loop running. We have, capsules. We're spawning enemies. Let's actually just go ahead and hit play and play the game and show you kind of what it looks like.
We're playing
dodgeball.
Run. Looks like.
Does look like it, right? We've got little enemies running at me. I'm yeeting this dodgeball, hitting him in the face. I pick up my power up to get more dodgeball.
Oh, these enemies are cheating. There's usually a midline. What?
There's no midline. No midline today.
Oh, wow.
They're crossing the line. They don't care. And then we have like the basic gameplay loop. Now notice that when they hit a physics object, they get sent off into oblivion. That's okay. We'll fix that later.
It's okay. Rule number 1 of prototyping: you should be breaking things.
Yep. Let's get this dodgeball out of the way. So then the last thing that happens, if they hit the wall, they get through. Oh, they got stopped by the dodgeball. Thanks, dodgeball. Oh, no, I'm stuck with the dodgeball. But if they get to the wall, it just restarts the timer.
Okay.
So simple, basic gameplay loop. Nothing too wild happening here. You notice we're using just basic UI. It's TextMesh Pro, of course, but we're just using the default font, default panels, default everything, right? We made a gameplay loop.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Anything you want me to show, Kirk, or any questions? Or
no, I think this is perfect. This is a perfect prototype. That's why we're not. Just kidding.
Yeah, and we did pre-plan this, and we're gonna write a little bit of code today, but not too much. Really, what I want to talk about is using the assets to set them up. So The first thing we want to do is get our player looking better, I think.
It's always
as
the
I'm
capsule or the cube. It's always
the capsule or the cube. And instead, I would actually rather have it be something a little bit better. So if we go into my imported Cinti Studio assets, you probably don't want to see me import them to the package manager. So for those that are like, how do I import these? Windows, package manager, change it to my assets, they'll show up. And I really liked the Polygon City for this one. And if we go look at the prefabs and the characters, we have a businessman. I was trying to remember which businessman I really liked.
Are you telling me it's
Let's
business
see.
time for this
Business time. It is absolutely business time for this businessman. So this is the one we're going to use. And I'll just kind of drag him in and show you. Now this one's got a yellow shirt on. I actually kind of like that coloring, but I think, did I do suit 1? I did not. I left this one here. So this is what we're using, but I had to go in and do some prepping for it. So instead of using the prefab, I actually sent our businessman, who I have apparently deleted from Oblivion, and uploaded him into Mixamo to get him some animations.
Hey.
So let's check those out. So if we go to assets, we'll go to my animation folder, and I have this goalie throw animation because I really wanted him to have like an awesome throw. Let's see if I can drag goalie throw in. Let's see here. All right, he's currently an amalgamation of all of the models. Let's go ahead and turn off some of these.
I see it.
There we go.
There it is.
All right, but look at this goalie throw. It's pretty great. Let's just make sure on my import settings, a couple of things are set as well. We'll switch to the throw. We don't want it to loop. And then we can kind of scrub through it. I think I have a preview right here too. Where's my preview? Show me the preview.
Clear,
All right.
yeah.
All right, check out this preview.
What a throw. Make
Look
that
at
a little,
that throw.
You got to make it a little bigger, Thomas, just
A little
to
bigger?
show the
Should
audience.
grow it up?
Yeah.
All right, we can make it any bigger.
Because the cool
Look at
thing
that
about
throw
this is
is.
like when you're prototyping, it's just a circle coming out of your capsule, right? But
Right.
sometimes you want to affect timing. Sometimes you want to like link collisions or certain events to maybe when his hand is in front of his face or when he's like chucking it. You know, you're
Exactly.
yeah. So it's always nice to have an animation.
nice throw.
in there. Yeah, a nice throw, a nice crankback, a nice
crankback.
Chuck Knobloch.
Now
someone
we're gonna
can say.
adjust it a little bit though, because like this is a long step through animation, so I do actually want to take it and we're gonna kind of move through and we're gonna cut to like right here where he starts with the windup. So we're gonna cut out the forward step.
Mhm.
It's like right there probably. And then I'll drag the ending frame down. See, he finishes the throw like there. So we're gonna cut it to about that. So that'll be the throw now.
We should test it.
We're
gonna- Are you telling me we're going to test our prototype and iterate
are.
on our?
We are going to do that. So we've got this set up. The last thing I want to make sure we do as well, this animation, if we go to the rig is being created from this model. And so we just need to make sure when we're retargeting other animations that we actually point them at the avatar so that they'll work with this model correctly.
Yeah.
So I'll hit configure. You can see here that the avatar is all set up. Everything's aligned like we want it. And to get out of here, we just jump back to scenes. So just make sure, again, create from this model and make sure it's set to humanoid. And then the only other thing I like to make sure I do with any of these Cinti assets is we want to generate light map UVs in case we bake any lighting on this fellow so it looks right.
Yep.
So I think that should get us kind of where we need to be. One other thing you're actually going to see that is not showing up in this demo that will be a problem is the materials are going to be purple for y'all. And let me actually show you how to fix that because I realize that in testing...
render pipeline issue.
It's a render pipeline, yeah. So we're using the universal render pipeline for this project. So what you'll actually see... Let's find another like polygon, another thing that'll probably have like an issue. Let's see. We'll go into... Let's go to the nights. Prefabs. What do we got? Environment, snow. There we go. So we'll just throw like a snowy rock pile in here. So I got this big purple thing going on here. And the reason for that is these were built most likely using the built-in render pipeline or a different render pipeline. And then we're trying to bring them into the universal render pipeline. So you will need to tweak that on your assets. And it's pretty easy to do it. I usually just find the material by clicking here. And then let's see, select material. And that'll take me to where the material is located. So then I have this purple here. And I can actually just go to my assets. Go down, or is it edit? Oh, it's edit. Rendering, materials, convert, and hit proceed. And that'll just convert this to a URP material. And now I have a Snowy Mountain Peak.
Yep.
So do that with any assets that you're bringing in. In case of the goalie throw, I had already done it, uploaded it to Mixamo to get the animation, pulled it back down. So we have this here. And then we have our avatar ready to roll.
And is it worth noting that when they're starting this, it's when they open this project, this is already a URP project, right? So if you're...
If I make this project public, the answer is yes.
Nice. Sounds good.
I've not said if I will or not yet, but we might. We'll see. We might put it on GitHub for y'all.
Yeah.
So this is kind of set up here, and he's got his throw animation, but notice we don't have a runtime controller, so we're going to need to do that and set that up. So we'll go back here, we'll go into animation. I've actually already created a hero controller, but we'll make a new one. Create. I always lose my animation controller. There it is, animator controller. Call it Hero Live. And if we double click into it, we just have an empty controller with nothing going on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to need a couple animations for this guy. I would like to have an idle animation, and I would like a walk or a run animation, and then a throw animation. Those are kind of the three things I think we should have.
Yep.
So one of the things that we actually did is we bought an amazing asset pack that you can get right now. And hopefully this doesn't get too bright or flashbang anybody, but let's jump up to the asset store right here and take a look at this Quick Start Asset Pack. So if you go to sale and take a look at Quick Start Asset Pack right there, it'll take you to this bundle that you can buy for 20 bucks or more. It's kind of humble bundle style where you tell it how much you'll pay and then you get the bundle. So I bought this, and I bought it for a couple, and there's a lot of really powerful tools here. Here, I'll hit this. It's graying everything out. I apologize, y'all. But I bought this for a couple of things. So this Basic Motions Pack by Kevin Iglesias gives you like idle, run, walk, sidestep. It just gives you like a nice set of animations, and they're aligned enough that I can actually retarget to the Cinti assets. I also wanted to use this Modern UI pack for some of the backgrounding of the panels. And then you also get the Polygon Prototype pack here too. I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff too. There's like pixel assets, there's a crafting engine, and a few things like that. But really, I wanted these two things the most, and this thing the third, for this project specifically.
And then,
getting the bonuses was worth it.
Is it worth like going just real quick? Like if it's not in this asset, like go up to the toolbar real quick and just like showing them the assets. I don't know if our users are like fully ingrained in the asset store, but if you do go to the asset store too, you can go up to the toolbar and go through any of the the different things that you need. So if it's VFX or 3D assets, then definitely go through that and go shopping, because there's a lot of things that can help you with your prototypes.
And we'll actually show you that here in a second, because I did use the student discount coupon to get a couple other assets as well that we're going to use. Actually, no, let's just do it right now. So we'll jump over here. So I needed a good dodgeball. So I bought this nice 3D balls collection, and I bought it specifically because it has a dodgeball right there. And look how good that dodgeball looks. It's perfect.
Look at that texturing. Look at that nice rubber.
It's got like that texture, like you buy those little balls at like the shop that you'd use.
You just want to grab it.
Yep. So we used the 20% off coupon on this. And then I wanted something for when the enemies spawned in. So I actually bought this map track and markers pack, because I really like these teleportation ones right here, like the green and the blue mostly. I like how they kind of play out when it hits in. So I thought it would be kind of fun, like in our game, if maybe like aliens are spawning enemies onto the rooftop and you have to hit them with a dodgeball. So I just kind of like the teleport thing this created. So we used our discount code to buy that as well. So those are the assets we're using for today.
Nice. Shout out to Visual X and Games Are Life for providing those assets.
They're dope assets. All right, so we've done that. So let's go back into our packages here. So when you download stuff, as you probably know, it comes up by the studio name. So here's Kevin Iglesias. And then let me just kind of move this over a bit. We'll open our basic motions, and we have our animations here, idles, and then they're just in here as a nice little FBX.
Nice.
So if we click this, we can go to our import settings. We'll go to the rig, and this is set as humanoid, copy from other avatar, and it's right now focused on the Basic Motions dummy model avatar. And I think that's the correct way we want to do this. We may need to fiddle with our retargeting a little bit.
Yep.
But I think that's the right way to do it. And then we can basically just use our animations from here now as we see fit. So now that we've done that, let's grab our idle 02 and put it in here. And this will be our default state. So it's already coming in from entry. And
we need
let's go back. to our scene, go back to our buddy, and we'll add this hero live. And so then we need to flip his avatar, I believe, to be this basic motions avatar.
Yeah.
Let's hit play and see if we broke everything.
Should be idle.
Oh, you know what? Let's go see him. He's still T-posed right here, I think. Let's actually move him down. He's X. Let's do X at 0. And let's go find him in the scene now.
You're looking in the game
goodness,
window
y'all.
and
I do that every single time. Let's go find him right here.
There
Let's
he
move
is.
him back to where our let's move our goalie throw homie back to where the rest of our world exists. Yeah, right here is good, so we can see him in the camera.
he cannot be cheating. He needs to start where he starts.
All right, and let's go look at his import settings to make sure we've got this set up correctly. But let's double check it. I might have done this backwards actually,
Yeah,
because he looks
like he's still in pose.
he's still in T-pose, right?
I think
It'd be really
he
easy.
looks like he's in the first frame of the throw.
Yeah, let's just change this a little bit. We're doing play maximized. I'm gonna do play unfocused, and then we'll dock this here or below, so we have like a nice. That'll make it easier to look at him. Yeah, he's still
That's
stuck
just
there.
like-
So
We gotta make sure we retarget that.
yeah, so let's actually flip him back to this goalie throw avatar. And I think I need to point the basic animations at the goalie throw avatar is what I need to do to make this work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, phew, fixed it. So now he's idling. And that's a pretty good idle, right? He's just standing there looking all idle. And you'll notice that he's facing the wrong way, but that's okay. We'll work on that in a little bit.
Looks very
So we've
confident.
kind of started. He's very confident. He's a confident man. So now we need to actually work on this animator a little bit more. So we want to have a walk. So let's get that walk state from this basic motions again. And I think I actually used the run 01 was what I used. And we're not using the root motion. We're just using run 01. Let's see, humanoid, copy from other avatar. And we'll kind of set this up here.
Do we have a preview of the video just to show him?
Yeah, let's take a look and see if it'll give us a preview on the animation.
Looks like error found.
Yeah, we got some errors going on here, so we got to work on this first. So let's make sure the scale and everything's good. We'll go to the rig, humanoid, copy from other avatar. Oh, this is the knight's avatar. So this is like one of the enemy runs we're using. So let's actually go find a different run that we can utilize. Dun, 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 dun. Also, this run I noticed doesn't have a
Like its own.
yeah, it's on
animation.
animations. Let's go find
Maybe
run turn, shuffle left. I don't want run turn. Let's just look at this root motion one because we can just disable root motion.
There we go. Forwards.
Yeah, so we take a look at this. It's just a nice little forward run with root motion in it. It's a good little run, right?
Yeah.
So we'll take this. It's on the basic. That should actually probably be fine, I think. And then we can just grab this forwards RM and slap it in here, I think.
Nice.
All right, so now we are going to need to do a few things to this animator controller. We need to add some parameters. And for this, I'm going to look at the code because I do have code ready for this, and I will uncomment this code. I wanted to comment it out so we didn't have any issues during the demo, but so we're setting the Boolean walking true, and then we're setting a Boolean walking false just when the magnitude is, basically when movement.magnitude is greater than or equal,
It says 0.
it does not equal 0, excuse
Yeah.
me. My goodness, I can't even read my own code.
You're good. And we're getting that magnitude from input. So
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll just take this, slap this back, add a parameter, a Boolean called walking. And then on the transition, we want to disable exit time because we don't obviously want, we want the thing to do it instantly. And then so when walking is true, we go this way. And then when walking is false, we go this way. And again, we disable exit time. So if we stop moving, they'll go immediately back to their idle animation.
yeah.
And then let's just make sure our goalie throw here, hero live, normal, disable root motion. And then if we look at our little spawn point and our capsule, we have a couple things here happening. So we do want to make sure this all gets put together. So let's look at, we need a player controller and we need a throw and we need a box collider. Now I could replace everything here, but when I was testing, I was having some issues with like lining things up, and so I actually just want to recreate the character altogether for safety. And since we've already prototyped the character, it's not terribly hard to do so, right? We really just need to add these two scripts and make sure there's a rigid body, so we should be
Nice.
fine. So we got player controller, which will automatically set that with the movement speed to 5, and then we need to add an attack. What do I call that script? Holy throw. What do you
Throw weapon.
So there's our weapon. And then we need to set a few small things up. So to make this work with the animation, I really wanted to have like a spawn point that would, or not enemy spawn, weapon spawn, that would like look like he's throwing it from his hand. So if we create an empty spawn point inside the character, we can kind of move it around.
And then put it like right at his backhand. Right.
Yeah, right where his animation finishes up. So I think we zoom in here and we'll just kind of snap it down. We could also snap it to like the actual fist root bone if we wanted to. But just kind of like right over here while this man's out here chucking these beautiful.
Hold on, and you want what did you want it in the other hand? Just so, right? That's the.
I think that's how his animation finishes, right? Or are you thinking he starts like this and winds it this way?
Yeah, it went it that way, right?
You know what we can do? Let's just play through the animation and take a look.
Play through it.
We gotta go back to our goalie throw animation here.
Yeah. All right, let's see their preview.
I've got to switch to the throw. So you're saying,
Yeah.
oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the
Because he's
backhand.
doing his backhand is getting like a nice.
Yeah. Pew.
So we'll kind of play with it, but I think you're right. We need to adjust that just a little bit.
Yeah.
So actually, what we could do, because I bet the hands are probably at the same height. What if we just like scoot this over here? And we'll kind of see what it looks like when this animation finishes.
Looked like a ghost came up and handed him a dodgeball. Here you go.
Here you go. Have this dodgeball. I'm the dodgeball ghost. Or you know what we could do actually to make this even easier on us? Why don't we just go spine, spine, spine. Yeah. All right. Clavicle right. He's a right-handed thrower. Shoulder,
Aligned.
elbow, hand. Boom. What if we just like put it right here? Because there's his right hand. So I think we could actually just have our objects nested in here.
Right.
And then we'll just reset position, right? And then it should follow it through the animation. So if we just have it spawn at this point when it's time to do it, then we'll be good to go.
Nice.
All right, so let's go back to our character here. And notice I have a spawn point set as a transform, so we'll just drag that in there. Then the projectile, let's actually set up our dodgeballs really quick. So we had these fun balls here, and I just loved like the texture on this dodgeball. So that's what we set up. So we have our dodgeball, and it's really a basic setup for the prototype, right? It's just
A sphere
collider, and it has a projectile script, and all the script does is basically set a velocity. And then if it's, oh, that's the collider. I don't want to edit the collider script. I want to edit the script. So basically it just grabs a rigid body, sets a velocity, and then if it hits an enemy, it destroys the enemy in itself.
That's 10 meters per second, right?
Yeah.
That's in meters? Is that a fast dodgeball?
It's a fast dodgeball, but it'll look really good in the game, I promise. I tested it.
No, that's cool. I'm thinking in real life. Just
Like
thinking about the
RL
last time.
dodgeball? Yeah.
How fast do you throw a dodgeball?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is set here. So we have our projectile. I just have it set up as a prefab. We drag it here. And then we also have a UI manager that I need to assign it. And the UI manager, again, we're not diving into code, but it's basically just updating the score. And that manager lives on the gameplay UI, just so we have access to that to set all the score and stuff.
So we're not throwing any bad errors.
Yeah, it's just basically a little event-based system. So I just have like a Unity event, and when the collision happens, if it's an enemy, it just invokes the Unity event and updates the score.
Nice.
Just something nice and easy. Okay, so this is set here. We have our movement speed set on this to 5, and then we have the weapon assigned. So let's make sure that's replicated. Throw weapon, we can just drag in. And that should pretty much set us up, and then we can just turn off this this one right here.
Alrighty.
And this will be the new player. And now this is my favorite part when rebuilding an object. We get to hit play, and we get to see if this actually works.
How
I foresee errors. Hey,
Oh.
he's moving,
he's moving.
and he's throwing a dodgeball.
He's just facing one way. Oh,
He's
He's just
also falling to
falling
his
to his
death
death.
because
oh,
we forgot to turn off
there's an
gravity.
enrichment. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
He's also facing the wrong way, but we can adjust that
That's
pretty
okay.
easily. Yeah.
Or
now-
maybe that's how your character wants to play dodgeball.
He likes to play sideways dodgeball. Notice also the animation for throw is not.
Ah,
So we're going to need to fix that as well.
look, it's not a capsule anymore.
It's not a capsule. It's cleaner. It's fun.
Yeah,
Let's rotate this buddy. Is it 90? I think it was at minus 90.
there we go. The other.
Sit play and see.
There we go.
Nope, now he's
Yeah,
backwards. All
No,
right, so it was a positive 90. Sweet. So we'll just rotate him 90 to make sure he's facing the right way,
he was
and we're
moonwalk-
good.
He was moonwalking.
Doing the moonwalk. So that's the first step of like really adding some cool detail to this scene, right? It's a character, but now we have a character that's actually moving. He's running around. He does moonwalk backwards, but that's okay. And then when we throw the dodgeball, it spawns at the hand point, and we can get rid of these enemies. So it just looks a little bit better. It's a little more exciting, a little more fun, and we can do cool stuff with it. So now we need to get this throw animation working, and to do that, we'll take a look again at our animator. So back in animation, back to Hero Live. We just don't have a throw animation. So let's go to this goalie throw.
Actually, can I point something out too?
Yes.
Was it transitioning back to idle when you stopped?
Oh, I don't know. Let's go look.
Yeah,
Should we test it and see?
yeah, that's just. I don't think it was.
I don't think it was. Oh, okay. Let's take a look and see.
Idle.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, there was like a little delay. Okay, cool.
There's just like a little delay, I think, because we're waiting for like magnitude, so the velocity has to slow down.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
sure.
Yep. No, I appreciate it. That's what pair programming makes life so good. So we have our throw now, and just like we did before, I can just drag the throw up in here. And so now we have the throw. Now how I had set this up is I was actually using the any state.
Oh, and it can just throw whenever.
Yep, exactly. So we can just any state anytime to throw. And basically we set up our trigger. And I believe our trigger was called attacking, but let's go verify it in the code.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
You can
I was
tell
gonna
the
say
mind
this.
state of this dodgeball player. He's not just
Mhm.
throwing a
It's throw. Not
He's-
throwing, it's throw.
throw.
So we have a throw, and basically it transitions from the any state to throw. Now this actually does have exit time. We want to complete the animation. And then basically when this trigger's hit, boom, it'll throw. If we hit preview,
Oh,
we'll see if
That's
this works. That
that's
might
a
be
nice-
broken.
that's a nice.
Either a
was-
model explodes and we can check it out if it does, or it works. Let's find
No,
out.
it'll just be the apparitionist that just gives us. Oh, all
Yeah,
right,
it's not working.
Not working yet.
And I'm assuming it's probably related to the avatar, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Let's take a look and see. Any state to here, on trigger, has exit time. Oh, wait, hold on. That's right, because then we want to transition back to either one of these. Like this. That's how we want to set this up. And these will have exit time, and this one will be,
Throw.
if walking is false, it goes here, and if walking is true, it goes here. Does that make sense? So it'll go to throw, and then it'll decide based on the walking boolean which way to go. I think that's how I
Alright.
set this guy up. It's just a nice little triangle.
Check it out. Oh no.
That's rude. Why aren't you playing my animation? I'm not getting any console warnings. So let's take a
No.
look and figure out what's going on in this animation.
Wonder if the trigger is actually.
Actually engaging.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? If throw ball's even being called.
Yeah, that's what I was
actually.
gonna.
So we have this attack.throw projectile script. I think there's actually
Another attack. script?
I think we need to. I think we have it hidden. Yeah, let's go see here. Project. Holy throw. Let's go to our throw weapon script real quick. So we're removing the ammo, we're instantiating it, and then we're doing this. But the animation, I don't think throw ball is ever actually called. Yeah.
Good catch.
So we need to fix that. I remember there's a couple code things I had to change to make this work. So this trigger is never getting thrown. And basically what we do to make this work is if this keycode.space, I just threw a little if in here to basically say if
Would the trigger be
attack dot look at my throw weapon. So throw projectiles is here. That's how it instantiates. How did I do that? I think it was if current balls balls get return current balls. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
if you have
So
balls
basically-
and it's not throwing it?
Is greater than 0, then you call attack.throw projectile, or no, then you don't call attack.throw projectile. So then actually what you do here is you do throw. That triggers the animation, and then we'll set an animation event to actually call the attack, the throw weapon here. So we can actually get rid of this right here, because this will only happen
When
if the
you-
animation plays.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
we'll have this set up here, and then we just need to set up an animation event on our throw, basically. So we can go back to our import settings yet again. We're spending a lot of time in there today.
Mhm.
And then we have our throw here. We'll kind of go down here. I think it's actually on the FBX. We'll go to animation, change to throw. And then we can scrub. Where's my events drop down? I might already have the event in here.
There it
Yeah,
is.
so we have our event right here. And then we go and pick the object that this happens on. So throw projectile object, and we just drag our goalie throw in here, I believe.
Or it might be the. I don't think it's taking a reference in. It's instantiated.
Yeah. So we should be good then. Let's make sure goalie throw. Make sure the event's inside the window of the animation. It is.
Right. in
Throw
the mid-
projectile.
Right in the middle. You want to scrub through it just to see where 13 is?
Yeah. What's it play?
Huh?
So it won't let me scrub here, but it's. I
Yeah,
can
it's like
scrub it, can't I?
halfway. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, right there.
Nice.
So we hit this event, we have throw projectile. Let's make sure that's the right function call. Yep, throw projectile, instantiate there. Cool. And then it wants an object. Isn't this object the object it's attached to, right?
I believe so.
So that would be this, but it's not letting me assign it because it's not instantiated. I think I should be able to leave this empty here.
Maybe it's a. Since we're not passing an object either to that event. I think they're all
Yeah.
parameters, so yeah.
I think it's just a param and we're good, right?
Yeah.
Let's test it though. Let's make sure this is actually doing what we want it to do.
All right. Let's see some balls.
Test.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
So now,
the anime.
and then we can pick up these. Oh, can I not pick these up?
Oh, you don't have a collider yet, remember?
You're right. I didn't give him a collider. We're just. Hope y'all enjoying how fiddly this can be.
But this
'Cause
is
that's what
part of the
this is.
that's part of the prototyping experience. Is
Just changing stuff up, cleaning
just
it up,
changing
making
stuff
our-
up and breaking things.
Pull this bottom up, and I feel like we need to leave the collider off to the side because the animation moves him center. I'm gonna hit play if I remember right on that, but I think it actually does fix things. If not, we'll adjust the. Yeah, see, it moves him to center when the animation plays,
Got it.
and then
Oh, nice,
Woo!
nice 360.
thanks. Let's change some of this stuff.
So we
That's
should
just
lock,
setting up as a rigid body. Yeah,
lock the rotation.
not let him jump and not let him rotate in any of these. We're actually just gonna make him stay in the straight window the whole time.
Unless you want him to do a 900, right? Or
Right. This is our officeman who's trying to learn to be Tony Hawk. All right, let's try it there. There we go. Better. So now I think the dodgeballs are actually hitting the collider. He's also is he going down when he?
Yeah, he's falling underneath the.
Why is he moving down when I throw? That's a problem. Let's change that. Let's go look at the goalie throw. See if root motion's taking effect of this fella. It's not. I gotta test something really quick.
Do you have to go back to the animation itself?
We might have to and see if it's moving the position.
Yeah, I saw there was like a freeze. Oh, it's also doing it there.
It's also doing it in the other. So the animation is like moving him down. So we'll need to tweak. We'll need to mess with that a little bit to fix that issue because we don't want him moving up and down. But otherwise, we're pretty close to done with this character. Yeah. But the throw moving him down is going to be a problem we're going to want to troubleshoot here for sure.
Okay.
Okay. We'll leave that on the list of things to troubleshoot for, and let's set up some enemies, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
When there's office conflict, it's not just by yourself.
It's not just by yourself, right? We need to figure this out.
We need to find out who he's throwing the balls at.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we have our enemies right now, and I've actually made a couple enemies as it is, but really we want to think about what we can use, and using that same like retargeting of animations, right? We can just get enemies to do their thing. So I'll kind of show you how we set this up, because we've already shown you how we retargeted everything, and then we'll just have to show you from there. So if we go back to our assets, I have a prefabs folder here, and we have our enemies. So we have a Viking, a warrior, and a shopkeeper.
Whoa! Are you telling me this man works with a Viking?
He does. He works with a Viking, a warrior, and a shopkeeper.
What's the name of this office?
I don't know, but it's pretty cool. They're on the rooftop right now. So this could be like everybody that works together at this giant office building, and this is the rooftop.
Okay.
So
we're
we've
getting
got a
our
couple of
narrative
them
design
here.
down.
Exactly. And we have some different runs. So I have our character avatar here, and if we look at our character animator, we just have a run, and I've used a couple different run animations, and I thought it would be really fun to show you some of these. Some came from this basic motion pack. So we did use the run animation from the basic motion pack to do these. So if we go look at this, let's go to movement. If we look at run RO, we're going to use this one right here. So this run is being used, which we already looked at earlier, but just so you see it, just a nice, a good jog.
Good form.
Good form. Then we've also got this injured run.
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh, you have to switch it over to
the injured run.
Oh, no.
So this man, something happened to him. He teleported in,
You pulled a hammy.
pulled a hamstring on the teleport, and now they're kind of limping in.
No.
And then I couldn't resist this one. I think it's
run.
this run. No, not the slow run. It's this run right here. Any chance you have to put this run in a game, you got to do it. You got to do it. So those are our enemy runs we've got set up here.
You do run faster because you're more aerodynamic. You take
Exactly.
less
The wind
space
blows off your back quicker.
There's not enough
So-
surface area.
So again, I just uploaded these into Mixamo, got 3 different runs from or 2 runs, and then we've got the 1 run from the animation pack we got with the bundle. And we're using the student assets, which is great because then we have some nice assets in here. And then basically the only changes you're going to see on this import is I'm taking the avatar from it's using the goalie throw avatar, which is fine because then we can just retarget it to other things. And then we have our no real changes on the import. I left the loop the same, and then I have loop time check so that it's repeating itself. So this is the most basic animator we can use. But if I hit play, all of my enemies should just take off running in their animated things, doing their thing, right?
Can we
So that's how
mention the IP that we're on stream?
I don't know if we can. Yeah, we probably can't, but I think you all know. If you know,
generic
you know.
ninja run.
generic run happening here. So that's kind of the 3 enemies we've set up, and I figured we could set up another enemy, same flow, and make a 4th enemy, and then jump them into the spawner to kind of get our game going. Sound good? All right.
Yep.
So let's go look at our assets again that come for free. Blah, 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 blah. Cinti Studios. Let's do knights. I like the knight stuff. And we'll find some of these prefabs characters. So we've got like different knights. Maybe this orange soldier.
See it. Oh.
Okay, so we've got a few things we got to clean up on this orange soldier. So first of all,
Gotta mix
they're
the material.
purple. Yeah, so we got to sort that out.
Unless that's what you know you're going for with your game. But
Something tells me you're not. So the way I find this, again, I just hit the 3 dots here and I go to select material. It takes me here and then edit, rendering, materials, convert, and proceed. Boom. And then here's our orange soldier now, looking correct, accurately reflecting the light as they should.
ready to become a ninja.
Yep. The other thing we'll do is we'll go into our models here. And let's see, characters. Let's make sure that his model's set up. It should be, though. So usually the FBX files in this folder pack, by the way, live inside the models. So if you go to characters, I love the way they pack these characters because they're all here,
Nice.
just like this. And then you can kind of take a look. So if I was to drag this in scene, you'll notice that like it looks like all the characters piled on top of each other. And we're going to get those purple materials because of the import. But it looks like you can just kind of use this and they pack them all together really compactly, which I really like. And then we have our avatar and all of our stuff. So
Nice.
let's just go here. Let's go look at our model. Scale is good. We're not bringing materials in. And then because this is just an FBX, we're not bringing any animations, right? These don't come with animations. We're assigning animations to them. So I just wanted to make sure all of this was set up and it looks like it is. We should be okay. I think the only thing I would want to do, you could probably create the avatar from this model. I think we're fine to do that.
Okay. Oh, we're not.
Alright.
They're not throwing any balls themselves, right? They're just running at
Right,
it.
they're just running. So then it's really as simple as we'll create another animator controller, warrior orange run, and then we'll grab that run. I think we'll just use the classic run for this one, I think. So let's go to Kevin's pack, basic motion. I'm using the name like I know them personally, but this is a really good animation pack. We'll go to movement and let's just grab this run forward. Hopefully y'all can see this folder. So you run. Backwards, forwards. And then actually make sure that run is...
The ninja one. Oh, I think that's
loop time is there. Okay, just making sure the run is looped. And then that's set here. It's all set up. And we should go back and just make sure this fella has a few things. We have an enemy script that basically just assigns a rigid body, turn off gravity, and then gives him a speed. We'll make this knight a 2.5.
And then freezing the position rotation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. And then adding our what do we call this? We called this so many controllers in here. Warrior Orange. I need to clean this project up for sure, but Warrior Orange run.
That's what a prototype is for.
All right, and then we need to also rotate the homie minus 90. And then let's pull him back this way just to see if he actually runs like we want him to and see what we need to do to fix this. Hey, look at my man run. Cool.
Yes, good at his meeting.
He's got to get that meeting. He's got to go to the meeting of the nights. The round table meeting is happening. All right. So we've got this set up here. Let's take him and make him into a prefab so we can use him. Boop, bloop. Original prefab. Cool.
Awesome.
And then all we have to do is now set up our spawner. So if I go to my enemy spawner, my enemies array right now just has the placeholder enemies in it. So we can just overwrite them with the shopkeeper, the soldier, the Viking, and then we'll add a warrior as well.
Nice.
And that should nicely tighten this up. And then we can take this character and take them out of here and hit play.
And there should be a lot of people coming.
Okay, here comes one.
One. Oh.
And number 2. Okay,
There we go.
yeah, we got that.
All right.
That definitely not branded run. Here comes the hobble. Yeah, already looking better. Cool.
Nice.
Sweet. We still need to fix that row animation. That's going to plague me, but we'll get it. So now that that's done, we've got movement. We've got that characters. We've got enemies coming. I think we should make our dodgeballs look better.
Yes.
Let's make sure we've got our actual dodgeballs in here. Because right now, these are just red spheres.
Look
And so
very
we just want
shiny.
to... They look very shiny. And the nice thing is all we should have to do is, I think, apply that dodgeball material to it. So that whole asset pack we bought, I really just bought it for the material. So if we go to materials here, we have this dodgeball mat, and we can just drag it onto the ammo refill. And what I'm actually going to do is use the prefab editor to do this to speed up our workflow. So let me show you all what I mean by that in case you're like, what do you mean, Tom? So if we go to my prefabs folder, we have our ammo refill. If I double click it, it'll take me to this prefab view. And so what I can do is just make changes to the prefab and it'll auto save into all the instances in game. So I'll just update the material here, and then I don't have to replace it with every single one, right? I can just replace it with one, which I really like. So let's go back to our balls materials, and we'll just drag this on here like that.
Look at that.
And then that saves. And we go back to scenes, and now the ball in the scene has changed. And if we go look at all of our ammo, they have all changed. Now, the UV mapping is a little weird on this one if you look. Like, it's not correct as we want. So knowing that, we should probably use the full model if we take a look at this.
Yeah.
Because notice how it's like shiny on this side? That's not right, you know? So I just wanted to use the material. But looking at this, now we're saying, oh, we can't. So let's go back to the prefabs here. And let's drag the full dodgeball prefab that comes with the pack in.
And you can see how like the shadows are bouncing off of the, like it's looks ribbed, very
looks
textured.
Actually good.
Looks actually.
So there's a couple things we would want to do to make sure this is working the way we want. If we go look at the dodgeball mesh, this is the default scale factor of the dodgeball. It's small for what we want to do. So all we need to do here is in the model, on the scale factor, we can change that import setting so that we're scaling all of these up to 2. And then it actually matches the way we would like it to.
Nice.
So we will need to replace these, all of these, because we're going to be switching the model and everything. And I do remember, see if I throw this in as like an ammo refill as a child, and then let's just reset the position here. I want to try something. If I turn off the mesh renderer on this, hold on, where's my ammo refill? Yeah, okay, so that's what we can do here. We can take this ammo refill, and we can actually just turn off the mesh renderer, and just like that, we now have our dodgeball set up. So it just is a child object, so we can do that, basically. But this is only on one of them, so we do need to apply our overrides
to everything in the
scene.
There we go.
Ta-da! And now
we have many dodgeballs.
We have ammo refill. Now, the one thing we don't have this for is our actual projectile dodgeball that we're instantiating. So again, we go to assets, we'll go to our prefabs, and we have a dodgeball. We'll double click to pull it up in the prefab editor, and then we can drag our asset store dodgeball right in there by going to prefabs, and we'll just make it a child of this.
Nice.
And then let's set that position to 0. And then on the main dodgeball, we'll turn off the mesh renderer. And collider and rigid body is there. This has a collider and rigid body, which we don't actually need, so we can remove that component. Oh, we got to remove the projectile script first. Remove component, projectile script. Then we can remove component here. And actually, let's just remove this. There's no reason to have it. Oops.
Control Z.
I meant on this one. I meant on this one. We'll get rid of the, we don't need the mess filter. And then did we get rid of the...
Oh, that means we got rid of it on the other?
No, we're good. And then the rigid body here can go away too.
Okay.
And then these are all like overrides on that prefab, so we'll just apply all of them so that it'll translate through. And then this one has a projectile, rigid body, sphere collider. Boom! Back to scenes. We should be good. Let's check the ammo refill as well. So we go to our ammo refill in the prefab editor again. We'll just remove the mesh renderer on that. This one has the weird... No, everything's looking good. Great.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? It's because I'm on the wrong ammo refill. That's why. If we go to the ammo refill that's in the instance here. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So this one is the one. We can get rid of the mesh renderer.
And leave just
this is here, this is here.
Yeah.
We got this set here, got this set here. It's got its projectile script. Well, this one doesn't need a projectile script because it's just an ammo refill. But this does need Actually, doesn't even need a script. I think I set this one up to just get set up from externally. Okay.
Nice.
So now, again, just a little bit better looking in our world. We've got enemies spawning. And we just keep plugging along, cleaning up this thing.
Do we have like a before and after? Do we have like a where we started?
We don't, because we're actually working in the,
the
start
same
scene.
one? Okay, that's all.
Yeah. So we don't have a before and after, but we'll keep working on this.
Oh.
Obviously, we need to work on
Good.
what's going on with that. But we'll work on that here in a minute. Sorry, that was really, really small. I think the next thing we'd want to play with is like really cleaning up this UI a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we can start working in the world. So the text is a pretty easy fix. I just want something that looks more
Dodgeball-y.
worldly. Yeah, like more dodgeball-y, right? So I was thinking, I don't know what you think, Kirk, but I was thinking like almost like chalk, like a handwritten chalk setup, like they had written it.
What's chalk?
Do kids know what chalk is? Have you ever used chalk before?
Do people still draw on the floor?
I mean, not in my house, but maybe outside. Maybe the outside floor is where people draw. But I have downloaded a couple of fonts from Google Fonts, which is really nice. And then we can basically use TextMesh Pro to convert them.
Yep.
So I figured we'd take a look at a couple of them if you like, starting with Pangolin.
Oh, I love pangolins.
They're so cute. So if we go Window, TextMesh Pro, and then we'll do a font asset creator. And then we can choose a font file out of what we have. So I thought we would start with Pangolin, and we'll generate our font atlas. So this is what this font looks like, and then we can just save it. We'll just save it over this asset to make sure it's good. And then we can also generate one for rock salt, same way. So we'll just go to the rock salt font, generate our font atlas, and then save it, and we'll overwrite this rock salt SDF asset. So once we've made these assets, it's as easy as just flipping it in the field. So we'll go to our title here, and then we can choose the font type. So let's start with Pangolin. Some of these fonts actually came with the UI package that we bought in the starter pack as well. So we got some like cool like pixel stuff. Ooh, that's actually kind of fun.
If you want to make it retro, there's rock.
This is rock salt.
That's rock salt.
Kind of like rock salt. Let's see what Pangolin looks like. We can
okay.
compare the two.
Oh,
So that's Pangolin. Pangolin looks a little more handwritten. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a good time to talk about like when you're in your prototype and you got like these two decisions. Like one thing people always do is like assume but never try both. So this is just like a good example of like just throwing everything at the wall and saying, oh, do you want that like really edgy? Like Pangolin looked like you're ready to go. It was a very aggressive rooftop dodgeball. This one is like, I think our office person is taking a nice clean break. It's very playful.
Actually, I think I like Pangolin. Yeah.
Like Pangolin? Wait, scale up the game a little bit. Like, let's see it on the okay, so that's rooftop dodgeball.
Oh, let's see what it looks like in our timer though, because we have a timer in here too.
We should run.
So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
right.
Let's set the Pangolin timer, and then let's actually play. We'll do play maximize so we can get a full screen of it, and let's just take a look. I really like Pangolin. I love that we've completely broken.
Trip on this dodgeball, please.
Trip on this dodgeball and die, please. I won't throw it at you. I'm just gonna set it down and hope you trip on it. Yeah, I think I like Pangolin. What do you think, Kirk?
I think we should. You can try out the other text just to see how it looks like while we it's the beauty of look at that.
We'll rock salt real quick.
Look at that aggressive 3.
Yeah, that 3 is very angular. So here's rock salt. Let's hit play and see.
I mean, one's pretty cool too.
Please run into this dodgeball. Dang it.
Please have this present. Let's go with rock salt or Pangolin.
Rock salt? Oh, you're Pangolin. You're team Pangolin.
I'm Pangolin. Right. Yeah.
Cool. So let's grab Pangolin. Dun dun dun. Okay, done and done. So we've got Pangolin set up. Let's go take a look at what's going on with their dodgeballs, because I need to figure out why my dodgeball prefabs aren't doing what I want them to do.
Why they're not being or there's no velocity set.
Mhm.
Let's see.
And I think I have a theory as to why, but let's just go check it really quick. I think the dodgeball reference is actually the wrong dodgeball, and that's why.
Oh, like it was the new. It's not the new dodgeball. It's the old.
I think it's just a prefab without a script on it, and so there was no velocity being applied to it.
All right, let's see it. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
see
no.
now it's actually colliding and doing what it's supposed to do. Now we just got to fix the fact that it shows up, collides, and explodes. And so I think
Is there
we
somewhere?
could use collision layers to fix this probably. Or, we could actually do just to be big cheaters.
Sure.
Watch this. So the hand is happening inside of here, right?
The box.
And we have it's in the box, so it's colliding, and we have our weapon is following that hand.
Mhm.
So I think what we can do instead is just scoot this like this far forward of the hand. And that way the dodgeball will be outside the collider when it hits.
Oh, so it looks like it's still popping up in the.
Yeah, see what I mean? So it's a little bit further out, but it's doing what we want it to do.
Just gonna make sure.
It's
that
also. Oh no! Oh no!
You're out of dodgeballs.
Get out of here! Get out of here, enemy! I'll just push you away. We probably. Oh no! He's over the top. What the? Oh no! I have questions. I have so many questions.
You got one more
All right,
dodgeball.
Oh, Is that a problem? Is him being so high up here a problem?
No, he's a ninja. Remember?
Why is he in stand shooting so high up? We gotta fix that.
Oh, because
Take
when
a
he
look.
throws the dodgeball, he's not in the line of.
No, I know why. There was an issue with the capsule, and I had to finagle the code to make it work. So we actually just need to change our spawn code really quick.
Oh, so that it's spawning level to the plane.
Yep. So let's just go. Here we go to our enemy spawner right here. I'll show you. I had this going at 1.2 because the capsule was having some issues playing nice. So this should fix it. And if you're having spawning issues, remember, you can always make a parent object and set the base at the ground so that 000 should theoretically be where you want it. Yeah, there we go. Now if I throw this,
That should hit it.
if it can get to them. Oh my goodness.
How's the it seems as if the dodgeball is like
Having
colliding
some
with
dodgeball issues, yeah. I think it's falling to the ground because it uses gravity. So it can't throw as far. Because it's that animation is scooting our businessman down a little bit, if you remember.
So we should
So we should figure that out next. It's like, why is he scooting down?
yeah. Look at that form though.
It's good throw for him.
Yeah. A+.
All right. So we'll need to fix that mechanic with our change, but before we get too wild and fiddly, I just want to keep cleaning the scene up. I think it's important that we keep just moving to clean the scene up. How you feel about skyboxes, Kirk?
You don't like the default Unity skybox?
I mean, not for the game. Really, we're not interacting with it a ton because we're just looking at the grounds, but I think using a midday skybox could give us that lunch break feel.
Yeah.
And I might have already downloaded a package, so.
Oh, no way.
Way.
We didn't
Yeah.
prepare this.
Yeah, I may have already downloaded this nice day-night skyboxes asset. So let's go to Windows, let's go to rendering, let's go to lighting, and under environment, I have my default skybox right here. But looking in here, we've got an afternoon, we have a bright morning, we have cloudy. I kind of want to try the cloudy sky.
Cool.
Kind
Maybe
of adding some haze.
very foggy.
Very gray. Yeah, I'm not really into that. I want something brighter. Maybe we try a bright morning.
See it.
It's pretty bright, but I like it. Can we turn down those?
No. There we go.
What if we could crank it. What if we just turn that intensity multiplier down a little bit? How's that? Maybe a 0.5?
Feels a little
How does that
darker.
look?
Feels a little darker down on the side of the
Too dark?
office. That's
What
good.
about that? What about a 0.75?
Sure.
We can turn down environment reflections a little bit too. And I don't have any fog textures in here, so that looks kind of good, I think.
You want to run the game? Just see how it looks.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Nice. Nothing like a midday game of dodgeball. Boink.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Gotcha. Get out of here. Oh no!
Go back
Get
to the
outta
office.
Get out of here. Nice. Oh, we're out of dodgeballs. We're out of dodgeballs. Get out of here. All right,
Nice.
cool. So we need to change these two, I think. Also, I
Yeah.
wanted to take a look at, what if we just turn off the directional light?
Yeah, it's a little bit darker.
I kind of like it though. Like, just let the skybox do the lighting. What do you think? Just look at that. I mean, this plane is definitely a plane, but we can clean that up a bit, I think.
Yeah. I'm more about the dodgeball throwing length. Looks like
You want
guy,
longer distance?
Yeah, looks like our guy is good
Yeah, I
form,
agree.
no strength. But yeah, we can
we'll
change
figure that out.
Yeah, we can change that.
We can. That's an easy fix. So we can just go gully throw, and we'll just change that that dodgeball velocity in the dodgeball itself.
See it.
So I think I've hard coded the speed, so we can actually just update our code really fast. That's that 10F, so we could actually just do. So we wouldn't do much coding, but here we are. So we're gonna set a private variable called, we'll call it projectile speed,
Mhm.
and we'll give it a default of 10. And we actually probably need to say what type it is. And then from here, we can just swap this bad boy in here. Do projectile speed and set it up. We'll let that load. And then we can actually go to the prefab itself and we can set the speed. So if 10 wasn't working for us, let's try 20. I'm also going to disable gravity.
My assumption is that, well, let's see. Bullet travel. There we go. Oh wow.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
I turned off gravity too, so it's not getting pulled down.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So
gonna
it is
say.
just going for gold here.
The funny part. The funny part is like if our main character runs into a ball and then like happens. Oh no, we froze the position there too. So everything. Look at that arm.
Dude's got a shotgun for an arm. Look at this.
Do you play for the?
All right. Let's actually leave it like that for now. Now, something we're gonna have to deal with if we do it this way is that he's not going. We need to clean up his. Oh boy, we need to clean up the dodgeballs if we're not gonna have like them collide with anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, because they're not cleaning themselves up.
Exactly. So that's gonna cause us an issue. But I think actually, if they collide with anything, and there's a collider at the back here, so they might be destroying when they hit this back collider. We could also just put a back collider region to clean them up. But anyway,
Yeah.
all right. So our dodgeball's looking a little bit better when we throw them. Things are looking a little bit better that way.
Nice.
Everything's good here. The shots are here. We've got these nice things. I think it's time to start making the environment look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be best.
Also, did we decide directional light? No directional light. You can see the change here. What do you think? I'm kind of on team maybe directional light.
Let's see when we put in the buildings.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let's actually, I'm going to dock this here so we have more room of the scene view. So we just have to see more. I'm also going to scoot these views over a bit.
This is my favorite part of asset packs, to seeing what
Yeah,
every bundle
making the world
has.
look better.
Yeah.
Also, apologies to our producer Freeman. I keep doing this fast wiggle thing, and I'm sure he's like, listen, Tom, quit it. Quit it. So again, this is using all the free Cinti Studio stuff you get as a student. So you're going to be getting access to all of this for free. You can import it. And I love this city pack, really. So let's just go look at some of these models we have access to. So we've got like apartment buildings, which is, I was actually using these because they look kind of rooftopy.
Okay.
Let me show you in the prefab what I was thinking. And maybe we could go look through some of these prefabs together and figure out which ones we want to put in the scene. If we were doing this live chat, we'd let you vote. So not to ruin the magic, but let's go look at the environment. So we've got like bridge pieces.
Okay.
We've got some like tiles. We've got rocks. We've got some nice gates. We could do like a cemetery gate on the roof for some reason. Do a little Pantera song.
Just a nice cemetery on top of your office.
Yeah, for some reason, there's a Pantera guy playing cemetery gates while we play dodgeball. Like, whatever. Got some nice grassy paths. If you see the purple, remember we have to convert the asset.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do that. Oh, we've got some arrows. That's kind of, actually, I kind of like the arrow panels.
Oh, it'd be nice to show the user which way they're going.
Yeah. Should we drag some of these in?
Sure.
All right. All right. So here's our player. So we need to pull these out again. So this should be what, a 90 rotate? Ooh, okay, let's scoot you up so I can see you. Nope. Minus 90 rotate.
Run away from the people.
Yeah. Don't fight this person. Run for your life.
Nice.
Let's see how this looks in the game view.
How readable that is.
That's very nice. I'm going to get rid of the box collider because there's no reason to have collision on this thing.
Nope. That should be on the other side, right? Oh, we're saying the enemies.
We're saying the enemies are running this way. Yeah.
Ah,
So what if we made like a row? Do you want to make like a row of these? Is that what you're thinking?
pretty cool.
Or should we just have one big arrow? Just like go
Like
this
right
way.
in the middle.
Yeah, kind of centered. Actually, here, let's just. Kind of like that.
Sure.
Then we could duplicate this. And then give this one the 90. And it's going to want to go like that.
Cool. What else is in that folder?
What else we got partying in this folder? So back over here. We got to figure out a better way to look at this. You know what? I'm going to make the project folder a little bit bigger while we explore. Yo, all right.
Maybe
so
a
we
nice
got,
like mid-court logo or.
yeah, like something to put on the roof to show that we're like gaming on it.
Oh wait,
What
hey,
if-
that road.
Yeah, what about that? What if we put that across the middle, like it's a
Yeah.
crosswalk almost?
Yeah.
Like we reuse that. Let's just slap that in.
Should be boundaries to these things, you know.
Reset position. Go find it. Let's get rid of this collider because we don't need it. So are you thinking we just like stretch this maybe? Let's see how this looks stretched.
Probably duplicate it.
Yeah, probably have to tile it, right?
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. And then using snapping, we can snap these together.
Mhm.
Look at that. They tile beautifully.
Wow.
Wow. Can again just snap these corners.
Cool.
And then what if, because I want to go faster, what if we grab all these and duplicate these and we just drag them like this?
Nice.
And then we'll just duplicate this one more time and use a little drag and snap.
Maybe we need to clean up the hierarchy now.
Oof. Yeah, we definitely do. It's really rough right now.
Also, we can just parent everything and move them up and down.
Yeah, agreed. Let's also make sure that this is aligned centered, because right now it is absolutely not.
Nice.
That. And here's something. All right, I'm gonna try something, and this may or may not work well, but I think it'll add some really fun pop to it. Let's make an empty parent here, and we'll call this midline.
Mhm.
And then if we go to one of these buddies and we go find the material. Did I just break? I just broke something, didn't I? Okay, let's try that again. We go to select material and go to this Matt Road 01. Wait, really? There's no maps here? It's just a normal map? What if I change it yellow then? Yes!
There we go.
Okay. That's what I was hoping. We could give it some color pop. How's that? Is that kind of a sickly or is it cool? I like that.
Looks very retro.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Buildings.
Yeah, we need office buildings.
We need office buildings.
Or they don't have to
sure.
be office buildings. Whatever the pack has.
Yeah, whatever the pack has. I really liked let's see, environments. I was actually a fan of some of these flowers. Like we could pop some flowers on here. Like just like scatter some like nice decorations.
Nice set dressing.
Yeah, I think this flower should be bigger though. Maybe they're giant flowers. So actually let's go back and use that same trick. Let's see, where's that flowers? What's this flower called? SM_ENV flower. Shout outs to consistent naming conventions. SM_ENV flower 1. We'll go to the scale factor and we'll do like 4.
And then apply.
I made it like a little bit bigger, I think.
Should we see in the game view?
Yes, we should also bring us down to 0 here. Let's go look at our game view.
Oh,
Nice little flower. What do you think?
that's nice. Do we have trees?
We do have trees, which I think we definitely need some trees.
Yeah.
Let's go back to our prefabs here and back to environments. We got tree.
This is a very eco-friendly building.
It is. I mean, honestly, like, why would you want to be on a rooftop of a building if it didn't have some nice trees for you to look at?
That's true.
Whenever I'm on the roof of a building, I'm always like, where are the trees, dog?
This is like this is what was I thinking about? A building done by Spanish architects, like buildings within the building, or sorry, trees within the building.
I'll take your word for it.
Totally real. I promise.
All right. How are we doing on time, by the way? I don't want to spend years on this, but I feel like we've been going a hot minute, so I don't want to overstay our welcome. I'm going to duplicate some of these trees. And just give it some touch.
I like it.
Kind of fun there. And maybe some trees up on top. Maybe a different tree.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I like tree 3, actually, a lot.
Thomas, probably another 10 to 15.
Yeah, sounds about right. We'll just spend about 15 more minutes cleaning things up, and then, you know, it'll be a start. I think we still have some functionality stuff we want to tweak, but we may or may not get to that today. We'll see.
It's so much more
Mainly
fun.
that-
Set dressing.
I know, set dressing is a blast. Just kind of throw some of these trees in there.
Yeah, maybe it's a good time
Got
to
our-
just like really dive into the asset bundle and see what type of stuff they have in there.
Right, seeing all the good stuff you have access to. And this is just one piece of it. I mean, we haven't even dove really heavily into like the knights or the prototyping. This is just the city portion, which I think is pretty cool.
Why can't we have a crowd? Yeah, let's have a crowd.
Let's get some buildings first. Buildings
Okay,
first.
buildings
Buildings
first.
first.
Okay.
All right, so back to buildings. Apartment corner. Apartment was it 03? I really liked apartment 03. To replace kind of here.
Let's see it.
Show you what I'm thinking. Is 90 the move? Yeah. Then we kind of drag this over in front. Then we can scale it a bit. Then we can actually get rid of some of these cubes. Which cube are you? You're cube 3?
Nice. Look at
So we
that.
kind of have like this. And we look at the game view. Then we get kind of these like apartment-y and the colors match up.
Looks so much better already.
We're getting some, what's it called? Some symmetry with our setup.
Yeah. See, now with the lighting, you could tell. Now you can make a better decision from.
Yeah,
From
about
the
what we're
lighting
building.
Yeah, which I think we need to turn up the lights.
You want to turn up the lights? You want more lights? So you think a directional light should be on?
Yeah, I think so. Look at that. Pops a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's way nicer. Look at that.
Maybe turn off the tint on the arrows.
So they're sharing a material.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Well, I think we can just duplicate the material so they're not though. Let me just fix that real quick.
Yeah.
So, because I think right now this is the matte road 01 is where we changed yellow. So if we actually duplicate this and call this matte, can I rename you? And then we'll just send this back to just standard white. Let me rename you. Let me rename you. We'll call this matte arrow mod. Then we can just drag this onto our arrows. Make them gray.
There we go.
Looks good, huh? Look at the game view. Oh, that looks so much more interesting already.
Nice.
You're right on the lighting, by the way. You were 100% right. It looks so much better. So now we've got our dude running.
Oh, it looks so much better from when we started.
Get out of here, monster. All right, but you know, it's not very juicy if I'm being like,
Oh, are we about to?
I think we need to use our VFX pack. Why won't you die? Did we forget to give him a collider?
Ah,
Go take a look at him.
Which one is that?
Projects. That was prefab. That was the Orange Knight, I believe.
Whoever had the sickly walker.
There he is. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have a. He doesn't have a.
Cool.
Doesn't have a collider. Let's just go make sure that that actually looks good on him. It does not. Nothing wrong with this collider. It looks fine.
No. Should be a trigger, maybe.
No. It should be a collider. We just
There
need to
we go.
make it fit his body. Is all I think.
Mm.
Did I just lose everything? Let's just stretch it back over. There we go. Just bring that bottom up a little bit. That's better.
Nice.
That's much better. And I have autosave on here in the prefab editor. If I don't have autosave on, there's a save button right here that'll be clickable when it's not saved. But
Yep.
I have it on. And now let's make sure this works. We need to replace these buildings over here too. Do you want to do different buildings or do you want to have the same building since it's the same architecture?
That's a good question. What other buildings do we have? Nice.
The guy's kind of rotating a little bit. We'd have to fix that in like the future of this prototype. But for now, I think we're
Very good.
where we are. I really like the arrows and the midline.
Yeah.
Kirk, you're a genius.
No, that was all you. That was all you.
Nah. Got it. Give me this. I
I
think
was
I'd
just-
also want to restrict movement so that you can't go past this midline if you're the hero.
Oh yeah.
I think that would make it a lot harder.
That's why the enemies are enemies, because they don't listen to the rules of dodgeball.
They don't listen to the rules, and you've got to dodgeball them for not listening to the rules. Exactly. Okay, so let's replace these really fast. We want to look at more assets. So back to our buildings prefabs. So we have some corners. We have some like door stuff. Oh, maybe this.
That's a nice studio apartment at the rooftop.
Yeah, what do you think?
Wish I lived there.
Yeah, for real.
Nice windows.
Should we put these in? Let's put this in. I'm putting it in. I'm making a judgment call here.
Sure.
All right, so this one we need to flip. Looks like
180.
is that a 180? Yeah. Then let's get you some more window space. Watch man try to dress set of game with one screen.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, this one has kind of like a corner too, so we could scale it up a bit. It's like there, and then we'll just ditch this all together.
I like it.
And maybe scoot you up a bit. I think these are actually meant to be like, you know,
Like all
apartments on
together.
the street. Yeah, like modular bits. But I'm kind of enjoying, and actually, because this has stuff on two sides, we can get some variant by like making this one like what 270 or minus 90, depending on how you do math.
Oh, and then it's just showing like one.
Showing a
as
different
one
side
does.
of it. Yeah,
Oh, that's great. What?
and it's casting a little shadow. The tree's kind of hitting it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rooftop Dodgeball's looking a lot better. Like, it's still got a few things we need to tweak before playtesting, but
And this is all
pretty-
of one asset pack. Well, for the set dressing.
this is currently 3 asset packs.
So it's
It's the UI from the bundle. It's the Cinti asset pack you get for free as a student. It is the balls bundle we bought that you get to put your that had that nice dodgeball texture. And then we're gonna do
Kevin's-
one more. Yeah. So can I show you what I want to do, Kirk? I don't know if I've shown you. I don't know if I talked to you about this in the planning meeting. So
No.
this might catch you by surprise. We'll see.
This is a
So-
secret.
Let's go back to our prefab editor.
Is
and
it
let's
an
go to
explosion? Is it an explosion?
It's not an explosion, even though that would be a really fun thing to surprise you with. But if we go back to our enemy prefabs, we'll start with our shopkeeper. So what if our rooftop dodgeball was aliens?
Sure.
And-
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
So what if they were being beamed onto the rooftop? So we have this Visual X Studio. I bought these markers, these RPG markers that are really, really nice. And the whole reason I bought them was...
Oh, I think I know what's coming.
Okay,
Yeah.
where's my prefab? There we are, prefabs. So I've already figured out the marker I want, but we can do different colors for different enemies.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and slap in this VFX right there.
Wow.
Look at that from when they teleport in.
Boom. Boom.
And the nice thing is we don't even have to write any code to trigger this. We'll just make sure that looping is turned off, and that Play on Awake is on. And
when
I
it
think it
pops
should
up.
just work once. Yeah. Let's go back and let's edit all of our prefabs though with this stuff. So let's go back to our enemies. Let's do our soldier orange.
Mm-hmm.
And the orange soldier can have another VFX here. Let's
Maybe
do
The
maybe
yellow.
yellow.
One? Yeah.
Yeah. Bloop.
Oh, it's coming
Mm.
together. Look at that.
Just adding a little bit of juice, to our game here. Okay, let's go back to where's my enemies, and then we'll do the Viking. Color for the Viking, we can do
Green?
red.
Oh, red. Yeah, let's do it.
You go with red, make him like scary.
Oh. Oh.
And then one more. Prefabs, enemies, the warrior enemy, and then the warrior will get that last color. You wanted to use, you said green,
Oh, the
orange,
green.
yellow.
Well, I think we already used yellow and orange, so.
Yeah, we'll use green. Okay,
Nice.
so we've got our VFX all set.
Look.
And if we set this up right, I think it should just work
It's
for
just
us,
players,
and then we
yeah.
can just clean our timeline up. But let's take a look at our dodgeball.
Our
So we're
rooftop
walking,
dodgeball.
We're schmoving.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's actually sick.
That's so much better. Oh,
Like, we just get that like extra effect when they come in.
and you can
Now there's a problem. We need to adjust some of our collision layers so the enemies can't collide with the ammo refills.
Oh, that's right. Boing.
Oh my gosh, look how fast this dude's limping. Oh my goodness. Get away. Mm. So aside from like needing to fix that remapping issue on the throw animation, we're like in a really good place.
Yeah. And I mean, even with the perspective of the camera, we don't have to
We're
move the.
Kind of getting away with it. Oop.
Yeah, we're kind of getting away with it.
Also, these trees have colliders on them, and that's causing us, they're not able to run through the trees. We should
Yeah.
decide from a design perspective if we either A, want to shrink down the range they're spawning in.
Oh.
What? Oh, you know what? He's not tagged as an enemy, I bet.
Ah.
Small things you forget to do when you're moving stuff in, but I think if we go look at our prefabs enemy and we look at our orange soldier, yeah, he's not tagged, so it's not happening.
Prototyping.
Prototyping. Dang, I mean, I'm pretty happy with everything we've set up so far.
This is pretty good for an hour.
For an hour of just work.
Just working through an asset bundle and like finding nice things to put in it. Look at that. Yeah,
It's not
that's
bad.
that's the feeling that we're going for when you're going asset shopping. Oh,
I am going to do one thing though. These trees, got to get rid of this mesh collider,
oh, right,
and then we'll apply the overrides.
and then everything.
Just because there's no reason to have collision here. They're not doing anything, and then we can decide whether or not we want our enemies running through the trees.
Right,
I'm really happy with this. Like, this is pretty good.
it's great.
It's not going to win me an award, but I can start testing, and it's something a little more fun to look at than what I was looking at before.
Yeah, not capsules, no primitives.
Yep.
It gets the I think I mentioned readability like earlier. Before there was nothing on the screen to tell you where everything was spawning, or which way you should be going. You have a midline now, so if after this prototype you wanted to have a mechanic where like maybe the balls all popped up in the middle line, right? That could be a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, like it's not just making it look good. I think having like the visuals helps you think about like what are the like the affordances of a midline or an arrow like on the ground, or the buildings even themselves, or like what is that supposed to mean for the player. So yeah,
And then we can start cleaning up like our foliage and make our timeline look a little bit better. We could take this foliage and put it into the environment folder. Take our midline and put that in the environment folder.
you're the level designer that doesn't want to upset the rest of the team. I see.
Uh-huh. Exactly. We'll throw this in the environment as well.
Nice.
Look how clean this looks now.
Yay.
But again, hopefully, I wish I should have had this prototype set from the beginning. But if you remember what we had before, it was basically gray boxes, flat plane, cubes.
Scrub back.
and-
Just scrub back a few
Yeah.
to the beginning.
Scrub back up in the video if you want to see what we had before. And we did this just using free student assets and the asset coupon discount to get some really nice new things in there. Using that amazing animation pack, using a little bit of a Mixamo to get that throw animation, using a couple other things.
Yep.
Actually, if you could do me a favor, production, if you could show the student plan slide one more time, I want to review like what you get as a student before we say goodbye to you. So as a student or an educator, If you are at an accredited education institution, hit the link bit.ly/UnityGDCStream24. That's how you apply for your student plan. You put your email in, but you get access to the editor. You get Unity collaboration, or Unity version control, excuse me. Version control, of course, comes with 3 free seats and 5 gigs of storage. It's part of the trial you get there. You're going to get this free Cinti Studios bundle, which we've been using to prototype up and kind of set this world up a little bit. And then you also get a coupon code for 20% off your assets in the asset store. Now, this is on top of sales. The only sales it doesn't work with is mega bundles, but it works with everything else.
Yep.
The other thing we did pick up is we bought the Get Started mega bundle. That's how we have those different fonts we were kind of flipping through. Not the one we ended up using, but some other fonts. It's how we got that animation pack from Kevin Iglesias. And then we bought our discount code stuff. So bit.ly/UnityGDCStream24. That's the link you want to hit. It's also in the chat. So you can click it, get your student plan set up.
Should we tell them about the prototyping series too on Unity Learn?
Yes. So also, if you want to go through all this content and work through what you've actually done, there's a link in chat for you right now. And you can actually go through the prototyping series on Unity Learn using these assets and then submit your prototype to the end of that project. And you have a chance to get featured because we're going to take a look at those and you might see it featured as well, which is super sick.
You just want to go into the project itself. You won't be able to see like where you submit until you're in an actual tutorial. And there's also assets within each of the projects. I think you make an ability system. There's a physics playground, and our favorite genre, implementing a fighter cinematic. So
Nice.
you know, whether it's with those bundles or it's with the assets on Unity Learn, just jump into one of the tutorials, submit it. I'll be in there. I'm the one highlighting projects. So yeah, we'd love to see what you're working on.
Absolutely. And the final thing we want to remind you all of is that we are always working to get more benefits for students and educators. And Odin is coming soon for free to students and educators. So keep your eyes peeled, get your plan signed up. You'll get a notification of it. But I hope you enjoyed this. Again, this wasn't meant to be super in-depth, heavy tech lift build. It was really like, hey, let's employ these assets and use them. Like, and make a good looking game. And, you know, some people might be like, it doesn't look good. I think it looks really fun, colorful, has a good art style. Yeah. We just got a few things to tweak in our prototype. We'll be rocking and rolling. So
yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, Kirk, it's been fun, man. If you're running around the GDC showroom floor, come say hi to us. We'll be here all week. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful month. Thank you to Freeman for producing and putting this all together. Go get your free student stuff.
Free stuff.
Keep creating stuff.
Yeah. See y'all later.